You're probably already aware. I mean, you kind of have to be living under a rock a little bit if you're not. But this is one of the most social media savvy politicians in America, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's released her own brand of merch. She's released her own merch, and the merch it's genuinely fantastic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through some of the merch today, and we're gonna enjoy it. So are you ready to check out some of AOC's socialist merch? All right. So let's take a look. So this is her merch store, and wait a second. Let me make sure I get it. Yeah, here we go. So this is her merch store. So these are her AOC sweatshirts, and this one's drink water and don't be racist. Now see, what I oh, this one's sold out already. Holy crap! So see, the thing is, like, if you see one of these,
expand on that. I can't see the Green New Deal. Okay.
So this one says, here it is. This is the Green New Deal sweatshirt. What?
Okay, Green New Deal. Show me what it's made of. What's the material?
So polyester and cotton body, 80% cotton and stuff. So so you have Green New Deal. You have this one that just says Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now look, full disclosure, right? I am also developing merch for my show. But like, this is what I do. I'm like a YouTube person that will eventually make merch to sell to people, right? I'm not a politician. I'm not a government-funded politician.
Yeah.
And at the same time, despite being a YouTuber guy, despite having that base amount of narcissism that you have to be a person that puts himself in front of a camera, you have to have a certain base amount of narcissism. But despite that, I have not yet thought of making a shirt with like just my name on it. Hey guys, wear a shirt with just my name on it. That's how much you love me.
Now, this is fine. This is the megalomania, but I want you to go back to the new Green Deal shirt.
Right.
Click on it. Could you just highlight the 20%? Zoom in on the 20% polyester.
Right.
It says New Green Deal. Now I want you to zoom in on the 20% polyester.
There we go. 20%. Yeah.
Now, see, wrist cuffs, waist and wrist cuffs are polyester.
Yeah.
Polyester comes from where?
Polyester comes from petrochemicals.
Correct. It's a synthetic fiber.
Right.
Comes from petroleum.
Yep. So yeah,
cotton.
Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
What is the water intensity of cotton?
Very high.
Exactly.
Yes.
You literally have a product that she could have done this with something like bamboo, which is a weed which is sustainable, but she did not.
Yes.
She made it with the most water, and the irony of it all. It is called the New Green Deal.
Yep.
Born of one product that destroys the water table and another that pollutes the atmosphere.
Yep.
This is like next level cranial rectal inversion. This woman really.
Guess how much it costs. Look at how much it costs. $65 for a Green New Deal hoodie. That's Ben Shapiro had a great tweet where he was saying that only rich people can afford this this socialist hoodie. Like nobody else can afford it.
But that is the problem, na? Rich people will buy this. They will make it an aspirational product like Apple.
Right.
Why? Because it's rich people. They're genuinely rich morons.
Yeah.
Who actually believe this shit. And then there's the conniving rich people like Bill Gates who take people's money, become very rich, and espouse all these woke causes to control people.
Yeah.
So drink water, don't be racist.
I can't imagine. Can you imagine wearing this and just walking around wearing this? Hey, don't be racist, guys. Can you?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I can't imagine anybody like in good conscience just walking around wearing a shirt that says, hey guys, don't be racist. Come on. Like, we did not know that. We had no idea that you're not supposed to be racist.
So what is
That's
the
amazing.
difference? I noticed the New Deal was unisex and this one is gender neutral. What is the
Yeah, they're
difference
all
between
gender neutral.
gender neutral?
So you can wear it whether or not you're a guy or a girl. Apparently, it'll fit you all the same.
So
Don't know how
what's the
that
difference?
works.
Yeah, but what's the difference between gender neutral and unisex?
Does it? Oh yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. It says unisex fit and gender neutral fit.
Yeah,
I I would think they're the same thing. One
I
would
think
think
so.
they're the same thing.
Show me the social and
Yeah, look at
economic.
this one. This one's amazing as well.
Zoom in on this thing, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, cotton. Do you know even in America, cotton has a certain connotation with slavery?
Yeah.
Most of the slaves were brought in for cotton. Now, so, and
Yeah.
even today, cotton is one of the
That's a
most
great
expensive
point.
businesses in the third world.
Yeah.
Social, economic, and racial
Racial
justice
justice.
with 90% cotton.
And यहाँ भी 10% polyester.
I mean, the only thing that can trump this
Yeah.
is a sweatshirt produced in Auschwitz with the this thing saying "Arbeit macht frei."
Yes. This is
What a
absolutely
I mean,
amazing.
oh my god! What idiot is buying this, yeah?
Arey, we're talking about buying this. Check this out. The Green New Deal one and the AOC one sold out.
Yeah,
Sold out.
I
Look at
want to
that.
see tax the rich. ये tax the rich में भी कोई फंडा होगा.
Yeah. Tax the rich is just, well, it's tax the rich. You can buy this tax the rich t-shirt if you're rich yourself because it costs $60.
Yeah,
So you can buy
and
it if you can't buy
mind
it if you're poor.
so for all our viewers that have not gone to America, you should
Hmm.
know that there are lots of stores like Target and whatnot that you can go to
Hmm.
and buy products of equal or better quality
Hmm.
for $7 or $8. You know, a hoodie like that new Green Deal hoodie you can get
Yeah.
for $9.99.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
It's literally charging 600%
Yeah.
markup because this is
Yes.
her brand.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the reason that she basically gave was that it's so expensive and it's so crazy is because it's produced in America. The reason it's so expensive and the reason no poor person or no average person can really afford it is because it's made in America. Hence proving the
So,
point.
so let's get this straight.
Yeah.
It's so expensive because it's made in America,
Yes.
and she wants to subsidize this inefficient American labor even more. Is that
Yes.
correct?
That's exactly what she's saying.
So if we
That we
actually
want
go
to
by an
subsidize it
economic
more so
plan,
that shit becomes even more expensive.
if we go by
Eventually.
an economic plan, each one of these will become even more expensive.
That's precisely it.
Has she correlated with the disposable income of her target market? Because at this price, it's out of the target of her, it's out of the disposable income of most of her voters.
Yeah.
And if it goes up, it will be even more out of the propensity to consume, as in the propensity to consume will become less and less and less.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Because the whole idea behind her campaign is that I'm speaking up for people who can't even, get 2 meals together. They can't even get 3 meals in a day. And if they can't get 3 meals in a day, how the hell are they going to spend $27 on a t-shirt? For
And mind
$27, they
you,
can probably
we're
get
talking
meals
about
for the whole
America,
week.
where McDonald's meal you can get for as little as $2.99
Yeah.
or $3.99.
Exactly. Well, that's what capitalism gets you. Capitalism gets you lower prices and more options.
Damn
And
straight.
socialism gets you a $65 sweatshirt. And this is probably my favorite t-shirt out of them all. So I want to just zoom in so people can really see what this is. Okay. This is a t-shirt of where says Green New Deal up top, but this is a painting that she commissioned of herself, where she's standing on the edge of a cliff looking out at a beautiful vista. And the caption says Green New Deal. Like seriously.
I
Like I'm
bet
I'm
you
really narcissistic, man, but this is another level.
99%, 99% of the people who tweeted out these designs saying how great
Yeah.
would be the people making fun of Modi for having that monogrammed suit.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say that. Yes.
So Modi does it, it's megalomania. AOC does it, it's cool.
It's
You remember,
cool.
this is what we were talking about. Sweden does mass immunization, herd immunization. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Trump wants to do the same. It's tyranny. It's botching up the response.
Yeah.
Jacinta Ardern does full draconian lockdown. It's amazing. Modi does the same thing. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
यार what kind, कैसे कैसे लोग हैं यार.
ऐसे ऐसे लोग हैं. They get paintings commissioned off themselves, put it on a t-shirt, and sell it to a bunch of idiots who
By
then
the
buy
way,
it.
this would be plastic embossed. Now it would be that heat applied
I would
plastic.
think so.
Yeah,
It says 100% cotton, but I would think so.
I should think so, because if it
Yeah.
is for the $27, you're going to lose that just 3-4 machine cycles, and that plastic is going to start crumbling.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least you get to feel good about yourself for like a few weeks, and you
Yeah.
get to say that I helped make the world a better place. Sham.
This is exactly like the Paris Climate Change Accords.
Yeah.
They actually do nothing for the climate change. They're basically to create a whole new bureaucracy of people like Al Gore and his chamchas,
Yeah.
who get paid hideous amounts in personal salaries, like $3 to $8 million, up to $100 million, depending on who you are, to essentially create a carbon credit bank,
Right.
which could have been completely automated, by the way. There was no need to have all these high-powered board people on there.
Right.
Okay, so this is the exact same kind of shit that you're seeing.
Yeah. And to pay for the, and the final obviously thing about it is to pay for the Green New Deal as well. What kind of costs are associated? Like one of the estimates that have been done by, this is the American Action Forum. This is a research group, and they've done an estimate where they've calculated that to realize the Green New Deal, it's probably going to cost. So I'm going to zoom in so everybody can see this a little bit better. So this is a summary table for 2020 to 2029 to realize the Green New Deal. This is the low carbon electricity grid is going to cost around 5.4 trillion. Estimated cost per household, $39,000. Net zero emissions transportation system, about 1.3 trillion to 2.7 trillion. 9,000 to 20,000 estimated cost per household. Guaranteed jobs, 6.8 trillion to 44.6 trillion. Estimated cost per household, 49,000 to 322,000. Universal healthcare, around 36 trillion, $260,000 per household. Guaranteed green housing, 1.6 trillion to 4.2 trillion, 12,000 to 30,000 per household. Food security, around 1.5 billion, which is $10 per household. So that's the estimated cost. Now, it might be a very highly estimated cost, but let's say reduce that by 10 trillion or something. That's still a pretty bloody high cost.
Look, even if you take that, assume it is 90% inflated and even 10% real, you're looking at a per household cost of $30,000 to $40,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell? So this is what Margaret Thatcher used to say. The problem with socialism is that they run out of other people's money.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how, every time there is a new wave of Islamist terror, they tell you this isn't real Islam.
Yeah.
And every time a socialist idea goes bankrupt or a socialist country goes bankrupt, they tell you this wasn't real socialism. Maybe they can tell me one country where socialism actually works. And they promptly give you the 4 Scandinavian countries, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately for you, that isn't their history. Had it not been for the North Sea oil reserves, Norway would have gone bankrupt long back. Had it not been for the First and Second World War, Sweden would have gone bankrupt and Venezuela like long back, because in both wars they stayed neutral and they sold they had such massive deficits before the First and Second World War. It was the 2 world wars that turned them from a net deficit state to a surplus, fueling the arms trade. Because both sides, the very famous Bofors gun that we bought, The
Yeah.
40 Bofors gun has been a standard for almost about 60, 70 years now. And they sold it to both sides.
Yeah.
Right? In addition to just plain steel and things like that. Denmark, surprise, surprise, was pork.
Yeah.
They sold pork to everybody during the war, and that's how they became rich. Okay, with Finland, it was paper and the ship. It's called the Finnish shipping cluster.
And also, like, if you look at the corporate tax rates, the corporate tax rates are some of the lowest in in any Western country in Scandinavia. The kind of support that the government provides in terms of like tax rates, in terms of like providing support for research and development to upcoming countries or to startups, that is not what communism looks like. At least that's not what the communism of AOC and Bernie Sanders looks like. They believe that billionaires and large corporations shouldn't even exist.
Damn straight. So this is the amazing thing. Norway has a lot of billionaires.
Yeah.
One of the biggest yacht in the world at the moment is being built by a Norwegian billionaire for both for his private use as well as a research vehicle.
Where's Spotify from?
The research will be what he does with his bunga bunga parties in the evening.
Yeah, like where is Spotify from?
Yeah, where is Saab? The Saab, Volvo, no, I think Volvo too, but
almost Swedish.
Saab, the Gripen and all of that. They're owned by the Wallenbergs, who are one of the richest families anywhere on earth.
Yeah.
So, this nonsense about socialism, if Sweden had stuck to socialism throughout, had it not been for World War II, it would be bankrupt by now. Had the Soviet Union not existed as a captive market for Finland, Finland would be bankrupt by now. Right? Because Finland USP was that it would make Western quality products that were banned from export to the Soviet Union and exported to the Soviet Union.
Yes.
Right. So you can have these captive markets and geopolitical things that make your life easy. But in normal circumstances, it does not work.
Yes. Yeah. That's
And
no.
how often, tell me at some point, you've got to think, is an academic actually fit to teach? If he doesn't realize after 100, 150 mistakes that he's just plain wrong.
Well, you can apparently do that. If you're a socialist, you can just keep doing that ad infinitum.